Alrighty, ladies, gentlemen, and all those in between, I am Next slash Sebastian, and I am back in Noob's Guide to Minecraft. Uh, yeah, I did some looking around, found some particular spots, and I finally found one that looks like a good place to drop the old homestead. I set out a chest already, gonna drop my crafting table as well. Got my little stone set out here, and yeah, nice coastal area. There are plenty of sheep, some piggies, and of course, some cows. They will be very handy in my escapades. So it's time to clear an area to build. Which will probably bore you all to tears, so I'm going to pause recording and get to clearing. And I am back, and as you can see, got quite a large area cleared out. Found a ocean temple monument out that way, which will be nice. There's a lava pit over here, which I will probably get into when it comes time to do some nether shenanigans. And, just got quite a nice seaside plot picked out here for the future house. So what you want to do is you want to make sure it's big enough, honestly, because, well, you may or may not accumulate a large amount of stuff as you go. So you're going to want enough room for an enchanting room, an area for brewing, not entirely sure if my math is good here. It should be a 20 by 20 piece, or 21 by 21. I see what I've done wrong. But at the moment it doesn't really matter because I'll fix it once I have enough lumber to build. Just waiting on that, and while we're waiting on that, I think I shall go and raid a village for its farms and maybe any books it may have. Since there should be one just over this way in the little desert area. Since I followed the coastline to get here. Found some bunnies out in a distance, some chickens. So it's looking like it's going to be a fairly good area for building and for farming. Of course, I shall have to set up a farm shortly. Should probably do a small farm as a tutorial, an efficiency farm. An efficiency farm is a farm with a single block of water and the surrounding area is tilled out, but I'll cover that when it's time to cover that. Caves out here in the desert. You can see the village off in the distance there and the desert temple off in the distance there. So, yes, that's going to be fun when it comes time to do the mini tutorials on temples. Not so sure about the ocean monument one, but pardon me, the desert one should be fairly easy. I don't think these guys have any good trades at all. I looked through before, already looted that. I do believe that was during the 1.8 update. I think we're far enough away from this village to keep these guys safe at night from the zombie hordes, but I don't know for sure. Just come in here and jack all their books and kind of leave. Yeah, they don't have very many good trades, if any at all. arrows are going to end up killing them. So this guy trades paper for emerald, which isn't too bad. I think there was one that did. Yep, wheat, carrots, and taters for emerald. That's interesting. And what do you have? Pork and chicken, eh? Yes, that's not all that great. There's a desert cave here. Is anything worth possibly exploring? No, it doesn't look like it. Well, there might be, I just don't wanna. So I only got the one piece of armor at the moment. I'm gonna be carrying that around. We'll probably be setting up a mine shaft soon, but I'd really like to get a house up first. I have an idea for what I want for a house. You should usually have an idea for what you want for a house, or you can just build a square and then connect it to another square if you need more space, but usually better to have an idea of what you want. So my idea is based on a rather older A-frame style build I did on a server once upon a time. Not sure if there's anything out in the sea there, but I shall look at some point. Some piggies and some sheepies nearby. They're going to be good food supply eventually. Sheep in particular. I like mutton. Of course, eventually everything will become food. Ha ha ha. You will all be the noms. All of you. Be prepared. So basically all there's left to do is to wait for the trees to grow and to measure out where the mine is going to be. I'm thinking the mine will be out this way or out in the back. Let's measure some space here. Let's see. The house will be there, so I want to come back here. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. That's very close to this water source for what I want. And back here, all I have to do is avoid this, and I can just come flatten this area out somewhat, so I think I'll do that. That's a good plan for what I want for the mine, and it's a bit more complex than... Well, it's just a little bit more complex than my back build place. That is indeed a thing. Let me see here. So yes, there's definitely plenty of room back here for that, which will be nice. I want to get it away from where the house is going to be. 2, ahaha, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that should be 12. 6. I did not say place 2. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I think. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's bring out the old shovel and clear some more space here. I figure if I gather some materials and then essentially dig down to the level I want the mine shaft to be. I'll have a nice skylight for it and be able to bring up stuff by minecart into an auto smelter, which is a bit more advanced, but that's why I'll be getting that in a later exploit. I want to bring this mound of dirt back anyway. Some weird graphical glitches going on with the shovel and that stuff, it looked like. Not terribly sure what it was about, but make another shovel real quick. Shouldn't need more than one for marking this stuff out. I'm gonna watch that because the bed's still out in the open. Make sure I don't get nommed on by evil monsters who want to chew on me, because I am so tasty. So let's see. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That does not seem right. Ah, wonderful, wonderful. 6. 5, 6. 6. 6. Okay, there, perfect. Bed, 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 bed before the scary monsters come to eat me. There, I will not be nommed this night. Provided I actually... Yeah, there we go. Okay. This looks good. So they got everything all marked out. All I have to do is wait for the wood, really. Partially because I can't put it all where I want to put a garden in the future. So I feel kind of silly for that. Let's chop down this acacia tree. I quite like the acacia wood. It's a nice, pretty orange. Up a little bit and finish this particular tree. And back down we go. Why am I not using the shovel? Because I am derp. There we go. So, main house will be here. Maybe in this area, maybe in a bit more or less. The mine shaft is going to be here. More of the same, really. Maybe, maybe not. I shall have to gather some sand from the desert at some point in time for glass. But I'm not too worried about that. Let's see. Not entirely sure what wood to build out of. I know I want the main portion of the house to be wood, but some will have to be stone, so it is indeed going to be a thing. Well, I'm going to pause here and check for time. Okay, so I got a few more minutes left in this, and I do believe... to hell with it, I'll just set up a frame. That's not a lot of oak wood, but it's enough to mark out my frame for where I want everything to be. So say my starting point is here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 1, 2, 3. That is 10. That should be 20, which it is. Keeping count by my amount of planks I have. You can see I'm going for more of an A-frame style place. So it should be neat in the end, at least. may have to extend it one extra, I'm not sure. But we shall see, we shall see. These planks will probably not be permanent. Well, some of them might be, but a lot of them will probably be replaced with glass at some point. Because I likes my view of the world. Just wondering how big this is going to be in total. Looking at it like this. I may want to raise her up a little bit, so... yeah. This is gonna be fun. But yes, the framework of it should be quite the mess. I think about it. Even worse than I'm doing this with wood tools. I should definitely do a bit of a diggy-do and get some iron or diamond materials, but like I said, I'd really like to get a house up. And there goes the axe. I do believe I'm going to hazard a little bit of iron. Pardon me. And craft myself an iron axe, because I've actually got quite a bit of iron, so... derpity derple. Bam. Iron axe. The reason for a high building is simply because, it's good to avoid... it's the overlay for the damage effect that's causing a bit of graphical gump if you approach just right. Well, anyway, before I was distracted, I want to go for a high building because I don't want to ever see there are monsters nearby. You cannot sleep. It's a pain right in the butt. Not fun in the least. So, let's see. I'm thinking, yeah, I do like the oak wood for this build. I may use different colors for the interior, but oak is on the agenda right now. So let's cut down some of these trees that have grown. Here's a skeleton lurking somewhere. Probably ready to come out and spoil my picnic with a bag full of bees. Or not, I don't know. Don't use your shovel to break leaves. Why would I use my shovel to break leaves? Oh, derp. And I'm hoping none of these trees go insane on me. I've seen that before. They grow really, really high, and it's a huge pain in the bottom to cut them all down and search through the leaves to make sure you get every last bit. Sweet apples. I like apples. Some saplings as well, so I'll replant as I go. And don't yell at me because it wasn't finished, the vine wasn't finished growing yet. I know, I'm very aware. I'm just impatient at the moment because I'd like to get the base for this started, at least. So let's see here. I think 2 is good. Is that right? That's right. Okay. And the thing is, I don't know if this is as long as I want it, or... Oh well, if it's not, I can just move them. Of course. So there's no need for me to be a silly butt. Not asking. Don't want to know. Haha. I am derp. Whee. Of course, I'll definitely want the base layer to be all the way across because, yeah, it would look kind of silly if it wasn't. Whee. Oop. Okay, so now if I want to go. I do feel a bit silly at this point because I have painted myself into a hole behind myself. Like a true derp. You can see the sun is starting to go down on me. And I do not like. The sun to go down on me. I think that is it for this side. Oh yeah, that's gonna look nice. So I'm going to do some more measuring and get the rest of this frame up in between now and when I resume recording.